Hey, I'm Maciek Zaremba, and welcome to the latest and greatest market update for the Sarasota and Manatee County real estate market. And by the way, I'm a real estate agent with Fathom Realty. If you have any questions about our area, give me a call, 941-888-SOLD. But let's get started, because what we're doing is tracking the metrics. What happened from the month of April 2026 to the month of May 2026? Now, this data just came out. We are in the second half of June 2026. So let's get right into it, tracking the 5 key metrics we always track. First and foremost is the total closed sales. This is how many homes sold. This includes condos and single family homes. It does not include anything commercial or any vacant land. So let's get into it. Now, in April, we had 2,280 sales. And what happened in May? 2,286, literally 6 more sales. Now, what this tells me is that we are finally coming to a little even point. As you may know, April is one of our busier times and May is a slower time just due to tourism in our local area. So this is a very insignificant change. I'll just say it stayed the same. Now let's get into our second metric, the median sales price. Everyone wants to know, is my home worth more or not? So we're gonna pull up a chart and take a look at the Sarasota and Manatee single family homes and condos. Boom, here it is. Oh boy. So it looks like it's all red and looks horrible. However, these prices did not change a lot. Obviously, Manatee County had some more significant changes where prices went down 6.6% and 7.2% for homes and condos respectively. But overall, these are not giant changes. These are not double digits, and that's what we like to see. And before we move on to our third metric, let me just remind you that I have a website that focuses on all the new construction communities in our 2 counties. This is newconstructioncommunities.com. I'm making videos of every single community out there, and I have a lot of information on each one of them. So check it out, newconstructioncommunities.com. And now it's time for a third metric, which is the inventory. How many months of supply do we actually have? If you're not familiar, a 5.5 to 6.0 months of supply is called a balanced market. It's like an equilibrium. And where are we right now? Well, let's pull up the chart once again. So still, single family homes are in a seller's market. And you may be wondering, is this normal for this kind of market? And frankly, no, it's not normal. In fact, what's not normal is that we had a decrease in the months of supply. 6.4% decrease in Sarasota and 4.3% decrease in Manatee County for single family homes. That's crazy. We already have very high interest rates, over 6% for months and months at this point. But what people want to buy are single family homes. Now, the months of supply is also affected by how many homes are actually available for sale out there. So, you have to look at how many sales happened last month, and we were pretty much at even, 6 more sales. And then later we're going to look at how many homes are available for sale at the end of the month. And this all affects this number right here, the inventory, the months of supply. Now, condos, even though they're looking a lot better, we're still in a seller's market. And I think the big problem with condos is the fees. They have gone absolutely through the roof over the last 3 years, and the fees don't seem to be slowing down. In fact, I don't know a single condo community where the fees went down. Every one of them goes up every single year. That's due to many reasons, including the new condo laws that we have. And I say new, but those are like 3 or 4 years old at this point. And also the insurance rates for all the condo associations, like the whole building and the common ground. So unfortunately, condos are still in a buyer's market. And I think that condos will continue to be in a buyer's market for quite a while longer. I think we just need a lot more people coming here, and we need some changes with the taxes and the insurance. The taxes might be coming, we'll see. All right, let's go into our fourth metric, which is the listing, the days to contract. So how long does it take if you list your home for it to go under contract? Once again, let's pull up the chart. And as you can tell, everything went up, except for, of course, the Sarasota condos. Is that bad or is that good? Well, it really depends if you're a seller or a buyer, right? Because every seller wants to sell as fast as possible. So this number going up is not good for sellers. But buyers like to see this, because the longer a house sits on the market, theoretically, the more motivation that seller has. And a buyer can come in and start looking at everything with high days on the market, let's just call it 100 or more, and then start lowballing and seeing what sticks and then you can always get out of the contract if you don't like the house or if it has major inspection problems. But this is a technique I do see a lot of agents and a lot of investors do. They come in and they just make 3 offers every week on high days on market properties, and eventually they will find something at 20% off, 25% off. It's not my strategy, it's not what I recommend, but hey, it happens. So if you're a seller, yes, it's going to take longer for your home to go under contract. If you're a buyer, well then keep paying attention, because if this number keeps going up, you're going to have a lot more opportunities. Now, lastly, let's talk about the total inventory at the end of the month. How many homes are for sale at the end of the month on the last day? And here's what we got. In April, we had 1,069 homes for sale. Now, this was at almost 13,000 about 6, 7, 8 months ago. So it's already decreased quite a bit, about 20-25%. However, in May, we had 9,532. That is 5.3% less listings. And just remember that we only sold 6 more homes. So what happened? Does this mean that we are having a delisting? You might have heard of the great delisting, where people unlisted their listed homes because they're just not getting the price that they want. Well, that's part of it. Another one is that a lot of people are not going to be putting their house on the market during the summer months because, quite frankly, we don't have the tourism and the people visiting the area. So this is not the best time to list. The only people coming to visit during the summer are Europeans who don't realize how ridiculously hot it gets in Sarasota. But that is the market update. If you have any questions, give me a call, 941-888-SOLD. I'd love to talk to you about anything real estate in our local area. And don't forget, I have Sarasota where you can search all listings. Or you can go to newconstructioncommunities.com, where you can research about new construction communities. My name is Maciek Zaremba. I'll talk to you soon.